but tonight's show is our 19th stage production. We invite you to just relax and enjoy this year's show, appropriately titled, Still Singing After All of These Years. We will take you back to the beginning of SingAlong and share our history with you. Please welcome our SingAlong family to the stage.
Sing-along fun. Even though we work hard, we laugh a lot.
Boy, that is the truth. Even during rehearsals, we give our director so much trouble because we're always laughing.
Do you have something in your lives that makes you laugh and have fun?
Well, if you don't, you better find something or you're going to miss out on a lot in life.
Are you having any fun? What you getting out of living? What good is what you got if you're not having any fun? Are you having any laughs? Are you getting any loving? If other people do so, can you have a little fun? After the honey's in the comb, little bees go out and play. Even the old gray mare down home has got to have hay. Hey, better have a little fun. You ain't gonna live forever before you're old and gray. Still okay, have your little fun. Have your little fun.
Why do you work and slave and save? Life is full of this and but. You know the squirrels save and save. And what do they got? Nuts! Better have a little fun. You ain't gonna live forever before you're old and gray. Still okay. Have your little fun, fun. Have your little fun.
you know who started this group and is very well known around Lakeway for having fun? None other than Glenda, Engert, and Joann Anderson.
My partner in crime is not here. Oh well. Hello everybody. We're glad you're here. When I was second vice president of the Women's Club, I decided we needed to add some more fun, special interest groups. I suggested SingAlong, although I didn't want to be in charge of anything.
So she invited me to come become the chairperson. She twisted my arm, really, of a new group of men and women. And we just wanted people that just wanted to sing, enjoy singing together. Real simple, right?
Our first meeting in October of 1999, just 20 years ago, was in my home on Leyden Lane.
Now remember, the activity center was not open then.
That's right, it officially opened on New Year's Eve, 1999. And after that, it became the official rehearsal location for SingAlong.
That first Christmas, we decided to sing carols. We got a flatbed trailer and a keyboard, and off we went.
We were supposed to sing at a party where the hosts were providing hot chocolate and cookies.
But when we arrived there was just one lady waiting in the corner in a wheelchair. There was no hot chocolate, no cookies for us, but yes, we did sing for her.
Oh yeah. So after that first stop, we decided to park at the local Exxon station, now it's Texaco, and just sing to folks driving by. We sang every Christmas song we knew that night. Did we sing this next song?
I don't think so.
Hit it, Tim. Oh, Merry Christmas, hey, hey. Oh, well, way up north where the air gets cold, there's a tale about Christmas that you've all been told, and the real famous cow roasting up in the red, and he spends the whole year working out in this land. It's the little Saint Nick.
Little Saint Nick,
It's the little Saint Nick.
little Saint Nick,
Just a little box sled, we call it old Saint Nick. But you walk through pocket with the 4-speed stick. She's candy apple red with a steep old wheel. And when Santa hits the gas, man, just watch her peel. It's the little Saint Nick.
little Saint Nick,
It's the little Saint Nick.
little Saint Nick. Run on reindeer, run on reindeer, oh, run on reindeer, run on reindeer. You don't miss no one.
And hauling through the snow at a frightened speed, with a half a dozen deer and a broody to lead. He's gotta wear the goggles 'cause the snow really flies, and he's cruising every pad with a little surprise. It's the little Saint Nick.
Little Saint Nick,
It's the little Saint Nick.
little Saint Nick.
Oh, oh, Merry Christmas.
Christmas comes this time each year. Oh, Merry Christmas, Saint Nick.
During those first few meetings, people were talking too much and everyone was singing a different song. So we quickly decided we needed a director bad.
And then Tyson said that she had a little music background and that she could keep us together until someone else came along. She ended up directing 5 spring shows and 2 Christmas shows. Annette is in the audience tonight. I would like for her to stand up.
when she gave us a choral arrangement of Rose of San Antonio?
Rose, Rose, Rose.
She had a really hard time keeping us serious long enough to learn that weird version. Annette said that sometimes while shopping in Randall's, she would hear someone singing
Rose, Rose,
across
Rose.
the store. It was not me.
Martha took over directing the Christmas show for 8 years, Gigi for 3 years, Harry for 2 years, and Susan for the past 4 years.
Annette gave up directing the spring show. Annette gave up directing the spring show in 2006, and that's when Ernie Clay took over. And she is still directing us. We must censor what she actually said when we asked her to take over from Annette.
When Susan took over directing the Christmas show, she decided to teach us to sing the vowels correctly. Kind of like Eliza Doolittle was taught by Professor Higgins in My Fair Lady.
Please try it again, Eliza.
The Rhine is fine, styes minely in the pline.
Once more.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
I think she's got it.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
I think she's got it. By George, she's got it.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
Now once again, where does it rain?
On the plain, on the plain.
And where's that soggy plain?
In Spain, in Spain.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. In Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire,
Hurricanes hardly happen. How kind of you to let me come.
now once again, where does it rain?
On the plain, on the plain.
And where's that blasted plain?
In Spain, in Spain.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Bravo! The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. I think she's got it. I think she's got it. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
On the plain, on the plain. And where's that soggy plain? In Spain, in Spain. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
After the Activity Center had opened, we all decided we needed to present a show in this beautiful new facility.
And guess what? we decided we were going to charge for this show. Jerry Collier said, "What? Will anyone actually pay to come hear us?"
To be a good singing group, you must have a great accompanist with it. Remember Jean Davis?
Oh yes, I remember Jean very well. Jean played by ear, and she didn't always need music. But sometimes she didn't play it the same way. and Ned had a bit of a problem with it. I joined the group in 2000.
I was at rehearsal when Joann announced that Jan was traveling and Jean was going to be late. I volunteered to play that day. They quickly recruited me into the group, and here I am, still playing for them.
I played for almost every show, both Christmas and spring.
That is correct. But we also have had some good accompanists join us. Diana has come and volunteered, and I'm making
Well, you all certainly do have your own style.
That's for sure.
We've all been very lucky to have all of these remarkable ladies share their talents with SingAlong.
Another remarkable lady was Shirley Cox. Shirley was our first lady of costuming. If someone mentioned a costume idea, well, Shirley would just go home and just whip it up. She seemed to visualize all of her ideas and would create them with whatever she found in her amazing workroom.
And when we did the Rogers and Hammerstein show, I really wanted elegant curtains to complement this special production. So Shirley and I just whipped them up also. A portion of those original curtains still hang above our stage tonight.
Dolores and Shirley shared a very close friendship and worked very creatively together. But when the internet became a popular source for costumes and supplies, I was invited to join them as the team member doing online shopping. And can you believe it? No one else wanted this job.
And later, Melanie Morrison joined our costume team to share her talents.
Sometimes our costumes were so carefully made with such great detail that they could only fit that one lucky person. Tonight, you're going to see some of those special costumes once again, where they'll be worn by some of the only girls that can still fit into them.
Boy, have been bugging the jeepers out of all the morning glories on the fence because it's June, 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 just because it's June, June, June.
Fresh and alive and gay and young, June is a love song sweetly sung.
June is busting all over. The ocean is full of Jackson Jills. With her little tail a swishing, every lady fish is wishing that a male would come and grab her by the gills. June is busting all over. The sheep aren't sleeping anymore.
All the rats that chase the new sheep are determined they'll be new sheep, and the new sheep won't even keep it school.
Because it's June, 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 just because it's June, June, June.
Well, when you have someone in our show like our friend Helen Supan, I have some room for some dancing.
Helen would ask our members if they could do a dance, maybe like the Charleston, and then voila, they were on stage dancing the Charleston.
That is why I would never raise my hand when Helen asked for anything.
Through the years, we've had a lot of people help with what we now officially call choreography. Let's see now. There was the team of Joyce Dickinson, Ernie Clay, and me, and now Jamie Rubenstein and Kat Larson are sharing their talents for staging and choreography. But someone really needs to be in charge, and that person is Dottie Stevenson. It's pretty easy to recruit ladies wanting to dance and perform. Give them a costume, some music, and a stage, and this is what happens.
You are the
you do about harmony in the old days?
Actually, we did sing some harmony, remember? Rosa Sanatone?
Through the years.
Through the years, through the years, we have come a long way with harmony. In the past, you might see Zoe teaching harmony to a small group as requested by Annette. But now, we write harmony with a computer program, and we make learning tracks for the members. We have fun singing harmony. Just look at all these folks.
I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees like honeybees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to see the world for once, standing hand in hand, and hear them echo through the hills for peace throughout the land. That's the song I hear. Let the world sing today. A song of peace that echoes on and never goes away. Put your hand in my hand, let's begin today. Put your hand in my hand, help me find the way. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to see the world for once, standing hand in hand, and hear them echo through the hills for peace throughout the land.
When we first started, you could just come to join us if you wanted to sing.
Even if you couldn't sing very well.
This is true. As the group grew, we had to start doing auditions. And we decided that our members needed to be able to stay on pitch. They got harmony singing all around them, right? We chose this next song as our audition song, probably because we already knew the harmony.
Another night, dear, as I sleep, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and cried. You are my
Well, as we had more auditions, we realized that some of our women didn't sing harmony, but they sang low, really low, like with the men, low. We call these ladies our tenorettes, and they have formed a really close little group, even though each lady is wildly different. We should have teamed up years ago.
Mary Lou, we're two of a kind. We are partners through thick or thin,
Night or day.
right or wrong.
If you're ever in a jam, here I am.
If you're ever in a mess, SOS.
If you ever feel so happy you land in jail on your bail.
It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forgot,
Ours will still be hot.
lottie, yabby, yabby, dig, dig, dig.
If you're ever up a tree, phone to me.
If you're ever down a well, ring my bell.
If you ever lose your teeth and you're out to dine, well, just borrow mine.
It's friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forget, ours will still be great. Lottie, yaddy, yaddy, chuck, chuck, chuck.
If they ever black your eyes, be wise.
If they ever cook your goose, turn me loose.
If they ever cause you any kind of pain, I'll complain. It's
Friendship, friendship, just a perfect friendship. When other friendships have been forget, ours will still be it. Lottie, yaddy, yaddy, hip, hip, hip.
Good job, man. What a great audience you are. Now you know the condensed version of the 20-year history of SingAlong. We have performed over 500 different songs in the spring shows and the light number in the Christmas shows as well. Some have interesting histories, like this next song. It was stolen, or should we say borrowed, from a show in St. Louis that the Kabbalahs produced while they were living there. This number was an inspiration for our Fall in Love with SingAlong show in 2006.
Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, it's only seed. It's the heart afraid of breaking that never
you don't have chill bumps, you better check your blood pressure. Beautiful. Our next song was not well known, but it seemed perfect for our Texas show. But we just couldn't find the music anywhere. It's about a train that ran from Tenaha to Timpson to Bobo to Blair and deep East Texas. JR, you ought to know that. James Clay called the Tenaha City Hall trying to locate a copy of the song. The secretary answered and actually had a copy, and she sent it to him. We have learned that our SingAlong family is very resourceful.
On that HATC line, old East Texas sure was fine. Dropped me off just anywhere, Tenaha, Timpson, Bobo, and Blair. Hear those drivers pound the rails, taking me back to Texas Road. Bought my ticket, pay my fare, Tenaha, Timpson, Bobo, and Blair. Ooh, waiting for the whistle. Longing for the whistle. It means the station's not so far from where we are. Later, I'm all engineer. Pull that throttle, track is clear. There's a gallows waiting there. Tenaha, Timpson, Bobo, and Blair. Driving down those red dirt roads, through the piney woods, down to the river and set those trot lines and catch those great big catfish. Eating high on the hog, cornbread, turnip roots, black-eyed peas, and butter peas. Going to square dances, rodeos, and cakewalks, and listen to Ed Grand Ole Opry on the radio every Saturday night. Tenaha, Timpson, Bobo, and Blair. Ooh, waiting for the whistle. Ooh, longing for the whistle. It means the station's not so far from where we are. Later, eyeball engineer. Pull that throttle, track is clear. There's a gallows waiting there. Tenaha, Timpson, Bobo, and Blair. Tenaha, Timpson, Bobo, and Blair.
YouTube has had a profound effect on SingAlong. Lots of it's good, some bad, some crazy, weird stuff out there. Sometimes it is sappy, possibly crappy. But sometimes you find something just waiting for SingAlong to present on this stage.
I've got this picture that you gave to me, and it's signed with love, just like it used to be. The only thing different, the only thing new. I've got this picture, she's got you. I've got the record that we used to share. They still sound the same as when you were here. The only thing different, the only thing new. I've got this record, she's got you. I got the memories, and I got me. I really know. I can't I got your last ring that showed you cared, and it still looks the same as when you gave it, dear. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got your last ring, she's got you. I've got the memories. I really don't know, but I know. And it still looks the same as when you gave it, dear. The only thing different, the only thing new, I've got these little things, she's got you.
We have the pleasure of honoring our World War II veteran in our USO show. It received a great response here in Lakeway, but it also received a great response from as far away as Russia. A singing group, also a singing group in Illinois, asked if they could recreate our show after seeing it on YouTube. What a compliment. We even graciously shared our music with them.
One of our planes was missing, 2 hours overdue.
One of our planes was missing with all its gallant crew.
The radio sets were humming, they waited for a word. Then a voice broke through the humming, and this is what they heard. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Coming in on a wing and a prayer. Though there's one motor gone, we can still carry on. Coming in on a wing and a prayer.
What a show!
What a fight!
Yes, we really hit our target for tonight.
Now we sing as we live through the air. Look below, there's our field over there. With our full crew aboard and our trust in the Lord, we're coming in on a wing and a prayer.
What a show!
What a fight!
Yes, we really hit our target for tonight.
Now we sing as we live through the air. Look below, there's our field over there. With our full crew aboard and our trust in the Lord, we're coming in on a wing and a prayer.
We're coming in on a wing and a prayer.
What a song. We want to share a secret with you tonight. We happen to have a few hams up here on stage. I know you're surprised. Some have costumes still hanging in the closet, just waiting to be worn on one more stage. Others want to perform their favorite song just because they love it. That kind of enthusiasm usually generates great entertainment. You might remember, I'm sure you will, this next fun song from a Rodgers and Hammerstein show.
My doll is as dainty as a sparrow. Her figure is something to applaud. Where she's narrow as an arrow. And she's broad, where a broad should be broad.
Most people live on a lonely island, lost in the middle of a foggy sea. Most people long for another island, one where they know they would like to be.
Valley High may call you any night, any day. In your heart
and shine in the streams. If you try, you'll find me where the sky meets the sea. Here am I, a special island. Come to me, come to me. Valley high, valley high, valley high. Someday you'll see me floating in the sunshine. My head sticking up from a low flying cloud. You'll hear me call you, singing through the sunshine, sweet and clear as can be. Come to me, here am I, come to me. If you try, you'll find me where the sky meets the sea. Here am I, your special island. Come to me, come to me. Valley high, valley high, valley high.
Well, folks, some of our shows included a surprise parody. Sometimes Ernie was even surprised. We actually have some parody geniuses in our group. Great fun when we can really pull it off.
These are the times to try men's souls. In the course of our state's history, the people of Lakeway have rallied bravely when the rights of Texans are threatened. Today, a new crisis has arisen. The Texas Department of Transportation, better known as TxDOT, has been levying a burdensome tax upon the population through the Central Texas Toll Road system. The latest attack is by means of a variable toll rate based on traffic density. Citizens of Lakeway, hear me out. This could happen to you. Well, let me tell you of the story of a man named Charlie on a tragic and fateful day. He put $2 in his pocket, kissed his wife and family, went to ride on the Texas tollway. Well, did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. What a pity, he may ride forever, but the streets of Austin, he's the man who never returned. Charlie checked the sign and the boat package restaurant saw the fare was only 50 cents. By the time he could enter, it was $9 more. Charlie couldn't get out of that lane. But did he ever return? No, he never returned. And his fate is still unlearned. What a pity. He may ride forever, but the streets of Austin, he's the man who never returned. Now all night long, Charlie rides that tollway crying, what will become of me? How can I afford to see my sister in Buda or my cousin in Kimberly? Did he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. What a pity, he may ride forever, but the streets of Austin, he's a man who never returned. Charlie's wife goes down to the Mopac Junction every day at 2:15. And through the open window she throws Charlie a sandwich as his car comes rambling through. Will he ever return? No, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. What a pity, he may ride forever from the streets of Austin. and he's the man who never returned. Now, citizens of Lakeway, don't you think it's a scandal how the people have to pay and pay? By the toll roads now, vote for Glenda, Engert, for Charlie on the Texas Highway. For if he never returned, no, he never returned, and his fate is still unlearned. What a pity, he may ride forever above the streets of Austin. He's the man who never returned. He's the man who never returned. He's the man who never returned.
During the past 20 years, many of us have become grandparents. The grandkids keep us young at heart and inspire us to want to sing even more. Our job is to spoil those brilliant future doctors and lawyers, and maybe even a female president. And we do it quite well.
Hi. My mom does not like me to eat candy. She says it will spoil my dinner, but my grandma gave me them. Ever since I was a little kid and I want a piece of candy or a toy, I'd ask my dad, but sometimes he don't hear. Now he might say, go ask your mom, but if you do that, then you gotta stay calm, cause I'm pretty sure the buck would stop right there. You could say yes, 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 do a little dance, but there's such a thing as a thing called chance, and a pretty good chance that she'll go check and see. Avoiding all that complication, I just skip their generation and ask Grandma for anything I need. Cause if Grandma says no, if Grandma says no, if Grandma says no, I know that she really means maybe. If I ask my mom or ask my dad, I gotta do this or I gotta do that, but grandmas, they don't have that many needs. Every once in a while, give a little hug and don't tell mom about sugar buzz and cavities that all that candy breeds. Cause when grandma says no, when grandma says no, when grandma says no, I know that she really means maybe. When Mama gets tired of all of my debating, she packs me up and puts me in the car. She don't know I'll soon be celebrating with both hands inside Grandma's cookie jar. When Mama says no and Daddy says no and your aunts and your uncles and your teachers say no, just give a little tug on Grandma's dress. Now she might say, I told you once and I told you twice, no way, no how, no dice. But all of those eventually mean yes. Cause when Grandma says no, when Grandma says no, when Grandma says no, I know that she really means maybe. She really means yes.
You know, we've even had some spouses use pillow talk to get their favorite song in the show. You know who you are out there. But sometimes pillow talk can be much more than just about sing-along. We can keep our home filled with love and happiness. There is so much easier to keep the music playing.
How do you keep the music playing? How do you make it last? How do you keep the song from fading too fast? How do you lose yourself to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of new things to say? And since we know we're always changing, how can it be the same? And tell me how year after year you're sure your heart will fall apart each time you hear his name. I know the way I feel for you is now or never. The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever, forever. If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows, with any luck, then I suppose the music never ends. I know the way I feel for you, it's now or never. The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever, forever. If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows, with any luck, then I suppose the music
Who knows the secret to being better singers?
Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse.
That is absolutely true. Our director, Ernie, has us attend early rehearsals, harmony rehearsals, dance rehearsals, the big group rehearsals, and sometimes there just might be a remedial rehearsal, although she won't actually call it that. The word around the activity center is that SingAlong's weekly rehearsals never cancel, no matter what the weather, might be rain or hail or even well, one day we did delay for a while because of tornado warning.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again.
I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love.
Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place.
Come on with the rain, I got a smile on my face.
I walk down the lane with a happy refrain and singing, just singing in the rain.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain and singing, just singing in the rain.
How do you think this group of performers work so hard? It is because
We want to entertain you.
yes, of course we do, but we also hope to get your support. And yes, you do give us such great support and encouragement. When we hear your applause, it is like you're saying to us, we get it and we love you.
What is it that we're living for? Applause, applause. Nothing I know brings on a glow like sweet applause. You're thinking you're through, that nobody cares.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, the story of a great marriage is one of a little kid. What am I supposed to do now? Drink it, of course. That's a neighbor. Anyway, as I was saying, the story of a great marriage is one of a little give and a little take between spouses. And you know, our sing-along spouses have always encouraged us to be a part of sing-along in a very, very selfless manner. And they're all here tonight. Thank you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. A lot of practice and work out of pleasure. But anyway, tonight, all of the sing-along members would like to thank our spouses for their encouragement and support. And you know what? That, ladies and gentlemen, is truly the glory of love. You gotta give a little, take a little, and let your poor heart break a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. You gotta laugh a little, cry a little, before those clouds roll by a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. As long as there's the two of us, we got the world and all its charms. And when the world is through with us, we got each other's arms. You gotta win a little, lose a little, and always have those blues a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. Well, as long as there's the two of us, we got the world and all its charms. And when the world is through with us, we got each other's arms. You gotta win a little, lose a little, and always have those blues a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. That's the story of, that's the glory of love.
Sadly, we have lost many of our sing-along friends during this 20 years, but we have sweet memories of songs we have shared together. When we get on stage, we feel their presence as we perform another show for this great community. We remember all the fun and work we have shared with our departed friends, now in Heaven's Sing-Along Chorus. Do you ever wonder why we keep doing sing-along shows and what is our greatest reward? Well, it keeps us all young at heart. Thank you very much. If you don't If you don't have a special group of friends like our SingAlong family, we hope you will find one or even create one of your own. There are no boundaries for having fun and friends. We have some performers in tonight's show that were also in our very first stage production. Please come down and join me on stage. And by now, you have heard about almost everyone. But what about our band? Dan plays the bass. Jerry on the guitar. And Tim on the drums. With our best friend forever, Dennis, on the monitor. Because at our age, we really need those words on that. Our wonderful director, Ernie, is at her podium off control in the back of the room. So she's making her way up. Ernie, come join me on stage. Whoa, look here, Ernie.
Joann, we all want to ask you one thing. Could you ever have imagined that what you started 20 years ago would end up being such a popular annual event in Lakeway?
No way.
We opened a window
That we hope never closes. And we did it our way.